Disappointing performance, disappointing results, disappointing game in so many respects. It's probably the game this season the most that I'm looking forward to actually going in and reviewing. There were so many little instances in the game that were incredibly frustrating. And obviously we take responsibility. I don't think we played our best game. And you're going to have games like that during the course of a long season. Even teams at the top of the table don't play well every single game. We've been on a good run, and tonight definitely wasn't our best performance. But there's so many instances in that game that were incredibly frustrating.
What were you most frustrated with?
I think any coach, any player always wants to see consistency. I think a lot of the decisions in the game were very inconsistent. I think we'd do something, we'd get penalized for it. Nashville would do something and they wouldn't get penalized for it. And that was incredibly frustrating. I kind of felt that impacted the way the game flowed. And you have to manage that. We always speak to the players, you have to manage the opposition, you have to manage the environment, the fans. But really, should we really have to manage an official? I don't think that's where the game is now. It's 2018. Every element of this game needs to develop and get up to the right standard.
There's 2 games now that, would you say over the course of the 2 games against Nashville you've had difficulty breaking them down, and what is it about the way Nashville plays you that makes that so difficult?
You know, it's funny, people analyze individual games, of course, and then when you play somebody twice, you'll go analyze those 2 games. But it's a long, long season. And I'll give you an example. Nashville's a very, very good team. We've tied them twice. Indy's a very, very good team, and we've beaten them twice. So we don't really get caught up in analyzing those individual games or those battles too much. You get through an entire season because you're going to have your ups and downs, and you're going to have individual moments in the games. Tonight's game was very different than that first game. So there wasn't that much consistency between the first and the second game, other than the fact that we tied both games.
How important was it to get that opening goal 30 seconds in?
If you can score early, it's fantastic. But the challenge when you score early is a lot of the time you kind of think, oh, it's great, it's going to be easy tonight. And it wasn't going to be easy, and it certainly didn't end up being easy at all. So great to see Danny score. He's a fantastic goal scorer. He's been doing that for us all season long, and he will continue to do that for us because that's the type of player he is.
How important is it for him to be able to score that kind of goal when obviously another striker right behind you?
Honestly, it has nothing to do with any other teammates whatsoever. And Danny Koenig started it tonight because he's an excellent player and he's having a fantastic season. He deserved to start. He grabbed it. He scored. And hopefully he can continue to stay in that level of performance that he's been doing all season long. And we'll be there to support him the whole time.
Everything about Fernando coming on seemed pretty picturesque in that moment, from the crowd's reception to the reception you got from Danny as Danny was coming off. Is that a positive moment to take away from tonight?
We're a team. Like, we have been a team since the first day in preseason. We've been a team since we've had tough moments in early games in the season, and the guys have come together. This week was an emotional week for the group, for the club, for our fans, for everybody. I guess it's somewhat fitting that it ended up being an emotional night too. It's a roller coaster, this business, and you can't expect miracles instantaneously. We focus on the collective. That's the most important. And the individuals are very, very important, obviously, and it was great to see Adi make his debut tonight. But for us to expect anything out of this world from him after having trained with us for a few days is very, very unrealistic. We're going to be very smart in terms of how we integrate the players into the group. And we make decisions for our group based on how players do in games, how they do in training every single day. We've done that since the beginning, and we will continue to do that all the way through until the end.
Aside from the inconsistencies in some of the calls, what did you find disappointing about the performance?
We didn't play to our best abilities, and to be quite frank, we didn't do what we needed to do. Having said that, there's 2 teams on the pitch, so it's never ever going to be easy. And when you play against a team like Nashville, who played very well tonight, you're going to have to deal with those situations. And we just spoke to the guys in the change room and said, the biggest thing from tonight is, how do you respond? We didn't play very well, but how do you respond in those moments in the game? And I think tonight might be a good opportunity for us because we played against a very, very good team. And we'll play against good teams through the remainder of the regular season, but we're going to play against good teams in the playoffs. And how do you embrace those moments that are challenging? Because Nashville played well today. And we had to deal with elements. There was frustrating. There was players flopping all over the place, and that's going to happen. People are going to try again on your skin. They're going to try coerce the referee in certain decisions. But how do you respond? And we'll always focus on how do we respond and control what we can control.
Any effects you would attribute
Yes, but that's no excuse. We literally did a PowerPoint in this room earlier, and we had up there no excuses. There are no excuses. You've got to go out and perform, and you've got to go out and play. And to be quite frank, we didn't tonight. But that's okay. It's a long season. You're going to have tough moments, and everyone in our group is incredibly disappointed. We tied against a very, very good team. And I think that shows the level of expectation we have of ourselves, the expectation the players have on themselves too.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
Danny, you were obviously able, on the opening goal, you were obviously able to dribble a couple players, but were you surprised to find yourself waltz in there and find yourself as open as you were?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think he knows I'm right-footed, and he was like expecting me to go down the right flank, and he showed me too much, so I went inside and finished with my left foot. Yeah, so I was quite surprised when I was like, holy shit, sorry. Yeah, I'm all alone here, so I had a good finish and then went in the goal.
And as the game's unfolding, did you start to get the feeling that maybe, even though it's a tight game, maybe that one goal is going to stand up and be enough for 3 points?
Oh yeah, definitely. In the end of the day, like Alan said, we didn't play our best game, but in the small details, what makes a difference. I scored another goal, and of course that makes us a little bit. We go maybe a little bit more deep because we have a good result and all that. But they scored 5 minutes from time, and that's always like tough to swallow. So we could easily have won 1-0 and be happy,
yeah.
But yeah, small details what makes a difference.
Do you feel like it was hard for players to find you and get you good service throughout the course of the match?
We didn't create so many chances as we used to do, but yeah, like Alan said, Nashville is a good team, you know, and there's two teams on the field. We had the 1-0, and if you don't play the best game and you still can win 1-0, get a draw, and that's positive. So we got to look at the positive and say we played a very good team. They scored 5 minutes from time, and if they didn't, we would have had 3 points. So got to look at the positive.
Does your mentality change when you score goals so quickly? It's like, all right, I've done that now.
I always want to score more. I try to tell myself that I didn't score, so I want to score the next one. But yeah, of course, at the end of the game, and I'm when I got subbed and I sat on the bench, I was like, please, let's get that 1-0, let's get that 1-0. But yeah, it's always nice to score, and I'm happy for it.
But what does it mean for you to have 10 goals now in the league?
Oh, it was one of my goals. To get 2 digits, it's always like a milestone, or what do you say? So definitely, what do you say? Like one of my small goals of the season was to get 2 digits, and I did that tonight, and I'm happy about that. But unfortunately, we didn't get the 3 points, so not as happy as I wanted to be.
Connie, what did you learn on this game?
What I learned. Yeah, it's we play a lot of games, and Nashville is a good team. I think they had a different lineup or formation that they had last time. Then they did good. You know, they had the ball a lot, and we struggle sometimes with our defensive shape, how to not get them to make so many crosses and play through us. So good team, Nashville, and I think we have one more game against them, and hopefully we can do better there.
Is this the fastest goal you have scored?
Maybe, I think so, yeah. How fast was it?
Like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, for sure that. For sure the fastest goal. Yeah, that.
Did it feel that quick to you, or?
No, I thought maybe it was like 2 or 3 minutes. 30 seconds. That's good.
Thanks, Danny.
That's fine. Blake. We weren't sure if that was it or not. That's right. That's it? Okay. That's it.